The compressor can be found on the left side of the machine compartment and is held in place with 4 clips. This is a 3-phase variable speed compressor. The water valve assembly is here at the top left corner. The right side of the machine compartment houses the condenser, mounted sideways circled here, the dryer, the condenser fan, and airflow is from right to left. Behind the intake side of the condenser is the 3-way valve. The valve aids in proper distribution of refrigerant to the dual evaporators and is controlled by the inverter main board assembly highlighted here. The main power switch may need to be removed to service the condenser fan and sealed system. Lift the wiring harness up to gain access to the screws and remove them, securing the switch to the cabinet. Once the screws are removed, lift the switch out and disconnect it if necessary. Unplug the harness to the condenser fan from here. Remove these 2 screws to gain access to the condenser fan assembly. Two screws securing the water filter manifold must also be removed. Pull outward slightly on the condenser fan assembly to gain clearance to turn it slightly counterclockwise. Now move the water filter manifold off to the left, gaining enough room to remove the condenser fan assembly. The technician may have to work the frame over the machine wiring harness to complete condenser fan removal. Notice the pads on the condenser fan bracket. Here, the one on the right is missing. It is imperative that these be reinserted when the fan is replaced. If not present, check in the slot where the fan assembly mates with the cabinet. These pads are necessary to prevent vibration. To service the evaporators, the technician must first remove the 5 screws securing the evaporator tubing cover. Once removed, carefully lift out the cover and styrofoam insert. This is a close-up view of the tubing welds and insulation compartment. Remove these 4 screws to access the main board harness connections. Refer to page 24 in Service Guide pub number 31-9125 for information on testing at each of these connectors. To gain full access to the main board inverter assembly, remove these 2 screws found atop the connectors. Keep in mind there are no serviceable parts or fuses on the control board assembly. The noise filter and choke coil, highlighted here, are replaceable parts. This concludes this training video.